All right, we're rolling. My name is Aaron Rhodes, and you're listening to the Shuttlecock podcast. We're sponsored by the Vinyl Underground at 7th Heaven, offering new and used vinyl at 76 and Troost in Kansas City, Missouri. This week on the show, we have the Blackstarkids. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Great, great. So I guess for everyone listening and not watching the video, if you could each introduce yourselves real quick.
All right, I'm TheBabeGabe.
I'm TyFaizon.
And I'm Deiondre.
Awesome. You guys have your new album out, Whatever Man, out now through Dirty Hit Records. And it's just been, it seems like a really exciting year so far to be you guys.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
That's
Oh,
great.
yeah. So I guess one thing I wanted to know is you guys were working on this album. I think I read you were like in the middle of it back in March, and then you were signed sometime in April, and before you got to put it out and everything. But I guess I kind of wanted to know, like, if like being signed in the middle of the recording process like changed the way that you ended up finishing the album.
Nah, not at all.
Yeah, no.
I think it worked out perfect just because we were able to have a path of what we were doing. So like signing couldn't put that pressure just because we had already started a blueprint. Like, we had already laid a blueprint and we were just finishing the blueprint. So when we went to sign, it was just like, just keep going with what we were already doing. So it really, if anything, saved us from like that first pressure, that initial pressure, you know?
Yeah, we got like way more time to just fully go into it, not the work.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think I also read that, I think it was like in the MTV article that you guys were in, that you kind of went into, I think, this album with like you picked the name and you picked all the song titles, like the track list, before you worked on any of the music. Is that right?
Yeah, it's true.
And had you done that on the previous two albums, or was that like a new thing that you guys tried?
We do it every time.
Yeah.
No, yeah. So I guess I don't know, like what inspired you guys to want to take that approach to your albums, and do you think it's worked out well for you so far?
Yeah, I think it's always just, I guess it's like the way that we just know best, really, because we've never done it any other way. So it's like a blueprint. It's like, you know, you wouldn't just go into like building a house like, I'm gonna just freestyle it. Like, you know, you kind of plan out what you want to do, and then you just approach it. So I think that's what we've been doing. It's been good. It's been fun. I've been, I love doing it that way. I love doing it that way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I'm pretty like I think I know from just kind of following Ty on Twitter and everything, and also I think from the Drop Dead interview that I feel like you may or may not consider yourself like kind of a music nerd, just like the type that's always like discussing like ranking albums, discussing like deep cuts, and like arguing about like music and stuff. Is that accurate to you?
Yeah, I love music. So so it's like, that's what, I love talking about music.
Yeah.
Do you other two feel like you like look at music the same way, or are you a little more like kind of just like freestyle with it, you know, just like eclectic, you know?
Yeah, I love talking about music, but like Ty, like the way he talks, I've never met somebody who talks about music the way Ty does. Like, he just knows so much. Like,
thank you guys.
He teaches me things that I didn't even know, like, about a song. I'm like, dang, really? Like, yeah.
For real.
Thank you.
Yeah, he'll know the ins and outs of like the song and the artists and stuff. I'll just ingest it more like everybody else, but like he'll just know like everything about what's to know about
the
song.
But I think us all three listening to music in different ways also helps us a lot, because like for me, it's like, I don't think I listen to as many artists as they do, just because I get so hyper fixated on like the artists that I do listen to.
Yeah.
It's like I want to know everything about them. So it's like because of that, I don't listen to as many artists as they do. So like they'll show me stuff all the time that I'm like, oh, I never heard that, and it's like, really? Yeah. I'm like, no, I never. You know, so and like there'll be so much stuff that like I'll just be with him or her, and like they'll play, and then I'll find myself playing it. Like, you know how like the Spotify Wrapped, like we just had that. I was looking at my top 5, and I'm like damn, I heard like all of these songs from just like them, and it's like my most played songs of the year.
Oh yeah, and I think just by the way you guys approach making your albums, like I figure you're also it to some extent like big like album people. Like you want to put on an album and listen to the whole thing straight through. Do you feel like that's true also?
100%, 100%.
Oh yeah, and I guess because of that, I guess that makes me wonder because I don't know, a lot of kind of pop music right now is very kind of it's like becoming a little more single centric than album centric. Is that something that you guys don't like or like are worried about when you're making your like in regards to your music, just because you enjoy the album format so much?
Honestly, I wouldn't say it's something that we don't like, just because I feel like people can do whatever they want. I don't really care. Like, go, you know, whatever works for you is cool. I'm not really. I think it's kind of whack to be like, don't do this as like to other artists and stuff. Like, you know, just do what you like. And so I guess to the second part, not for real, just because I think we're always just going to be making music the way that we like to make it. And you know, I don't think the goal for Blackstarkids has ever been to like be like the biggest pop star in the world or whatever. Like, you know, we look up to like NERD and like Beastie Boys and Tribe, and you know, they always just did things their own speed, their own way. And like, you know, if it was the biggest thing, like cool, but if it wasn't, it didn't matter, like, because they was, you know, like, and that, I think that's us too. Like, if we do become the biggest thing, like, dope. But even if we aren't, we'll still be doing like what we think is cool.
Yeah, we treat ourselves.
Yeah, I don't think that's much big of a worry for us, because like I feel like most of our songs, like each of our songs, you could listen to it just by itself, and you don't have to listen to it like from start to finish in an album.
Yeah,
and like we make most of our songs just catchy like that. In a way, anyway, so it wouldn't matter like how things are going in the music industry. Like even if it was single based, like you could probably pick a song off of a project we're working on, just listen to it by itself. And not matter too much, I think.
And yeah, I guess I was curious about like this is a like you guys have always kind of like put in like little interludes and like samples and stuff in between the songs on your albums. I was wondering, because you have the kind of like DJ host character on Whatever Man named Claire. I was wondering if there was like any person or any show or anything that specifically inspired her, and like how you kind of decided on having that on the album.
Yeah, if you ever played the game Grand Theft Auto Vice City, there's a station called K-Chat that I was kind of inspired by, and then also the movie Mean Girls, Regina George. So those are kind of like the two inspirations, I would say.
Oh, that's cool. I don't know if any art I've come in contact with before has combined GTA and Mean Girls into
that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and yeah, so I guess I kind of wanted to know about like Deiondre, are you handling pretty much all of the guitars on all the albums and everything? Is that mostly you?
Yeah, I'll handle most of that for us.
Yeah, I guess I wanted to know who some of your like favorite guitarists are, or like who might have like inspired you to start playing when you were younger.
When I was younger, I would say Prince for sure. Like just on a basis of having somebody to look up to, like that was black. Also just looked different. as well. And also he's just a super talented like guitarist as well,
sure.
like undoubtedly. And I would say nowadays, like around this time, like at the time, I would say Adam from the 1975, Maddie, like both of them. I like thought they're like super cool guitarists, like around 2016, and like that's kind of what got me into like mixing guitars with like beats and stuff. So,
Oh yeah, like I think well, I mean, there's so many like kind of facets to Prince's work, but I think one that isn't like the top point of discussion for most people is his like guitar playing and like how kind of like independently like crazy his guitar playing is in regards to like the rest of his like music and his appeal and everything.
Yeah, he's like super crazy. Like around the time that he formed the Revolution band, like he's like that was in the 80s, so he was like heavily using guitar along with like drum machines, and so like that I feel like that allowed for him to just get creative with that side of music.
Oh yeah, and I was excited, like, you know, I didn't like fully kind of understand his impact until kind of later on, but like Janelle Monáe was like one of the first local acts that I was really aware of, and I think Prince had like a guitar feature and not like a vocal feature on
Electric Lady.
on Electric Lady, and that was like that kind of started to make things click for me, and I really still love that album.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah, I had that same experience. That's kind of like one of the first times I paid attention to Prince, because I've always paid attention to Janelle Monáe, and so like I was maybe like 13 when that album came out, and I was like, I mean, like you
Dirty Computer.
It was the album before Electric Lady.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, it was dope.
Yeah, she got to work with Prince. It's fire.
That's fire.
And so you know, I'm listening to that album. Just like I was always a fan of Janelle. Like she's an amazing artist. But when I was listening to that, I noticed like Prince was on there, and you know, you hear about Prince growing up, but that's when I was like, when you're hearing something modern and you're a kid, you're like, let me dive in. It used to be harder to listen to Prince because his discography wasn't always as accessible as it is now when he was still alive.
No, yeah, seeing the like I feel fortunate to have like I wasn't going to like, you know, I was also like a young teenager, like I think probably still in high school or middle school when Electric Lady come out, but I'm really glad I made it to see her on that tour playing at the Uptown Theater. And then,
that's fire. Yeah, I never got to see catch a show, but hey, that's fire.
That's fire.
No, yeah, and then to see her on the Dirty Computer tour at Starlight was also really cool to see, just like how big of a leap she made between those two albums, and
real icon. Shout out to Janelle Monáe.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and I think I think this kind of bridges these questions well. Like she is someone who like also pays very close attention to like her visual art and like her videos and her outfits and all of that with how it relates to each of her albums, I think. And I feel like you guys also like, I think, and I've heard a lot of people like kind of discussing this lately. It's like how artists are becoming, like some artists are becoming very cognizant of like their different like eras and like, you know, different albums and how all of the kind of themes and imagery interact in each different period. I think like I'm pretty sure I've seen like at least one of you guys kind of tweeting directly about like different eras of Blackstarkids already. Is that something that you guys put a lot of thought into in your own music or when you're listening to other people's music?
Yeah, for sure. Just because I feel like each time, even though they come out kind of like close together, it's like we've been in a different place for everyone. Which is kind of why they've been coming so fast, because like our life has been changing so much just like over time. So you just want to make each one kind of like feel like a scrapbook of that time in your life. So
Definitely.
I think it's just I think it's just because you want to capture the moment that makes it become his own air, because you're trying to really capture that moment. Like on Surf, we was here, and on Whatever Man, we were here.
Yeah, and because I was just re-listening to Let's Play Sports recently, and it's like there are like I think like 2 or 3 lyrics on that album that like kind of reference like sports in general. So and like it didn't seem like it was like super integral to the kind of themes of the album. So what kind of made you guys land on using that type of imagery, do you think?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's literally
I don't know, because that album has nothing to do with sports, man. So I don't know.
It seemed like something opposite of us though. We were
Yeah.
first hanging out.
Yeah, it's just funny. None of us are like into sports really. So, yeah. So
A little bit of an ironic thing. It's kind of funny.
maybe. Yeah, I don't know why we did that. That's a good question.
I love that album cover too, though. It's like,
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna go with that.
No, yeah, and then I also appreciate that like the last song on that album is Surf Well, Raise Hell, and then the next album ends up being Surf. Do you feel like that kind of just that concept kind of just came to you guys after like finishing Let's Play Sports, and you're like, oh, that'd be fun to do next, or?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I just one day. It was after Let's Play Sports. It like came out already, and I was like, "What if we just called that album Surf?" So yeah, one day it just kind of came to my mind. The original idea was Surf was supposed to be 8 songs in 21 minutes. I was like, I wanted to be just like I wanted to feel just like punk and energy, but like pop and execution. We ended up doing a little bit longer. It was 10 songs, 29, but I wanted it to feel like you're just listening to like a DIY punk record, just like the way that it flows, but then like the way that it sounds, I wanted to give all type of different sounds and stuff. So yeah, the idea just kind of came natural. And then if you listen to the Surf demos, there's a song on there called Whatever, which that was on purpose because we knew that the next album was gonna be called Whatever Man.
Yeah, sweet. No, and I think I also kind of wanted to know, you guys like pull kind of inspiration and like make nods to like lots of different types of music and just like different genres and sounds and stuff. So I guess I was wondering if like the places, because it kind of seems this way to me, if like the people and places that inspire your like songwriting and lyric writing might be a little different from like the things that inspire your delivery and like your singing voices and stuff like that, because I don't know, it seems like a very kind of eclectic mix with just all those different types of elements.
Could you explain that better?
No, yeah, I'm sorry. That was far more rambling than I thought it was going to be, and
It's all good. It's all good.
I'll end up not really asking a question sometimes, and then you just move past those.
It's all good. It's all good.
So something else I wanted to know about was just kind of the band name in general. When, like, where in the process did you guys decide on that way back when you were starting out?
Before we ever hung out.
Yeah, he texted it to us in a group chat. I was like, yo, we're the Blackstarkids.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, cool.
Our group chat has been named Blackstarkids since we started it, and it's the same one. We haven't changed the name since we started it.
Yeah. Same emojis too.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. And I'm pretty sure, if I remember this right, I don't know if you guys know about this band Big Fat Cat from Kansas City. I think all the girls in that band went to Olathe Northwest, but they do kind of a cool indie pop thing, and I interviewed them like a year or so ago, and they're band name also came from a group chat title. I think it was like referencing, like I think the chat was called "The Cat Is Fat Big," and it was like just referencing one of their pets, and I thought that was cool.
That's
So
cool.
I guess maybe this is kind of a trend among younger bands right now.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably.
So.
And I'm guessing it was like it wasn't at all referencing the duo of Talib Kweli and Mos Def.
People say that
I'm
every
sure
time.
people talk
Every
about
time there'll be comments like, "I thought this was Black Star." Like, like no, not a Bowie reference, not a Talib and Mos Def reference. Like, I mean, but you know, I mean, so I'm on the Chappelle Show growing up. They, you know, Mos Def was always on the Chappelle Show. You know, but so shout out to Mos Def and Mos Def is fire, but no, it's not a reference to that.
Yeah. But something that is cool, I think, just like coincidentally, is that I don't know. I think some of their music is kind of at least touches or focuses on like Afrocentric stuff, and I don't know. I think you guys have kind of made it a point to like you know you've talked about like making it a point for like kind of more like artsy like Black kids to like feel welcome and like do things creatively. Have you guys always known that that was something you wanted to touch on in your lyrics?
We just want to represent for every Black kid, every kid that look like us, all of them, no matter where they come from, or like, you know, I mean, we for the Black kids, and we for all the kids though, like for all the kids, like, cause all the little white kids to listen to us, like we love y'all, but but we definitely want to make things easier. We just want to make the Black kid existence easier.
Yeah, we just want to show that you can like do anything you want and like sound any way you want, like no matter how you look.
And it's all dope.
Yeah.
If you like all Black expression is very valid. That's like a big message.
Yeah,
from us.
Yeah,
that's awesome. No, and I think it's funny you guys have at least a couple of times referenced like your friends that have helped you with some of the music or the shows and stuff. You're like, oh, these are the White Star Kids.
Yo, you know, wow, I didn't know that people noticed that. Yeah.
Shout out JP, shout out Jake, shout out Jack.
Those are the White Star Kids: Jerry P, Jake Kelly, and Jack Star Kid, Jack Dolan. Yeah, pretty boy.
Yeah, what are all those guys doing? How do they help out?
All right, so Jake Kelly, he's the photographer. And he's just a wild man. He does a lot of wild stuff.
And he's pretty.
Very, very. You know what I mean? He's a Instagram baddie. All that. You know, that's what Jake do. I was say Jake spent 80% of his time being an Instagram baddie.
Yeah,
and then like 10% of his time like sending us pictures of clothes. And then like 5% of his time go between like take like frogs, like pictures of frogs. And then like burgers, and like 5% of his time he'd be like taking pictures of us. So that's what Jake do. But shout out Jake. And then you got Jerry P. Jerry P does everything. Jerry P is the GOAT. Jerry P. If you ever seen us live, he was the white kid playing the synth, going crazy with the goggles on. Never catch him without the goggles. Yep. And then he also be editing the videos, all of them, and he be shooting most of the videos. He did the cover art for Surf. We don't bring that up enough. He did the cover art for Surf. Like he do a lot of stuff, bro. Jerry P, like that's like our real brother. Like it's like our best friend. Like we be kicking it with bro every day.
Yep. And make his own beats.
Make his own beats, bro. Rap, bro. Like what you need, he got it. Like you know what I mean? Like hit Jerry P, man. For real. And then Jack Dolan, Jack Star Kid. Young John Mulaney, like, you know what I mean? John, like he just hilarious, man, bro. Be watching Star Trek, listening to Weezer, and that's what he's somewhere right now listening to Weezer or Blink 182. That's where you could catch him.
Or a Star Trek soundtrack.
Yeah, that's crazy. Or Meg Thee Stallion, like or DaBaby. That's what he listening to.
Wild.
Or making Ice-T tweets.
Yeah. He love Ice-T. He got Ice-T stand.
Ice-T is perhaps the best Twitter account.
Yeah, man.
I would agree.
Yeah, he be going crazy. So Jack will love you because you know he got a big personality, and Jack thinks he's the prettiest person. I'm not gonna say he is or he isn't. It's up to the people, but I just want y'all to know that he think he is. So,
Yeah.
But it's actually the other Jack who's an Instagram baddie.
Jake,
Yeah,
Jake.
Oh, yeah. Do they fight about this? Do they?
Yeah, they're the 3Js. They got to fight over
It's some
the
tension. It be some tension because Jack definitely think he the prettiest. I'm sure Jake wouldn't take too kindly to that, but we be kind of separating them, just keeping the peace because the White Star kids they
get crazy.
they get crazy. Yeah.
Oh, it's great. I'm happy to know about these guys. Sorry, gotta check the notes here. See what I got. No, yeah. So, I think I think everyone is like fairly aware of like I don't know how just in general how prevalent like social media has become, like just both in everyday life and then when it comes to like art and culture and stuff. So, and you guys, I don't know, I feel like at least Ty, but maybe the other two of you guys also spend a lot of time like interacting with fans and stuff on Twitter and Instagram and everything. So I was wondering if like you guys have felt any like sort of like real pressure or like discomfort with like having like basically like feeling it like you have to do those things to be successful and stuff.
I don't feel like it's a pressure, but just more like I wish the real world circumstances were better.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would just be casually just posting like more often.
Yeah,
I guess,
it's just like we just be at the house. So I was like, especially now, it's just like, yeah, we got nothing to post. Yeah, I agree. I feel like social media this year has been like the least fun, just because like, bro, we have to be on here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like social media used to be fire because you could just go out and like live your life and then get on social media whenever you want to, but you could get off whenever you want to. But now it's like, this is all we got. Like, damn, like this is boring. Like that's kind of how I be feeling sometimes. But you be trying not to take it too serious or nothing. Just keep it casual because people be on social media going like losing their minds. So
but in terms of like art and then like musicians just doing the music thing right now, like around these times, just I feel like everybody should just still try and do things their way and not try and like do it the COVID way and like conform their music around that or like just I don't know, just keep it tasteful still. Like artful.
Sure. Something else I wanted to talk about was, I don't know, I think, well, you guys have been making music as Blackstarkids since 2019, like I think kind of early on 2019.
Yep.
And I think like up until the end of 2019 or like the beginning of this year, you guys operated pretty like independent of Kansas City's music scene. Like there were like you guys were like going to some shows, I know, and like had some knowledge of like Kansas City music and everything, but I don't know, do you think it was it more of like an intentional thing of like kind of like staying kind of like a tight-knit like group apart from the scene, or was it just kind of like how it happened?
We kind of I just think when we had stuff to perform, then we were trying to perform, but before it was just kind of hard to perform before because we were just like we didn't have as much stuff really. So it was just like once we had like songs that we could do a set, then it was like, okay, cool, let's go. And the shows were just always fun, but it was just like hanging out with friends. Like you'll go and like meet.
Do you think your guys' shows are gonna be a lot different once like I know like obviously it'll be a bigger crowd, but do you see like the way you like set up your live shows being a lot different when you're able to play shows again?
I think just like similar to how we had it like our second show, but just on a bigger scale, honestly. It's like I don't know, and we haven't thought too much about it, like how that's gonna look like. Anyway,
just you get sad. Like, damn.
It's like, so far away.
Like,
But,
shoulda.
yeah,
Can't.
but like there's a lot of room to imagine though.
Yeah.
Like see where we can take it though. I'm just excited for that at least.
No, yeah, since I guess the pandemic has been happening for about 9 months at this point, and it kind of you guys got your deal, and we're finishing up the album just as things were like kind of shutting down. So I don't know, like, are you like more or less frustrated at this point than like back in like April or May or something? Like, do you like have your feelings and like kind of like in regards to the pandemic changed a lot since then?
Kind of get used to it.
Yeah.
We kind of ready for it to be over.
Yeah, I feel like we're at the point where we're like getting close to something happening though.
Yeah.
And changing though, so it's
Hopefully,
more
yeah.
less feeling stuck and more just like we're almost there.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So I know Ty and Deiondre have released solo music before, but Gabe, have you put out anything on your own before? I was curious about that.
No, I haven't. But I have like, because Ty would like send me beats that like Paris would have made or just like Medici or something, and it kind of just like never happened for whatever reason. But I do have some songs. They're just not like recorded.
Oh yeah, and I know you're doing some DJ mixes before Blackstarkids. Do you see yourself returning to that at some point?
Definitely. I would love to get back into that. Like before I was even like trying to get on beats, like I was like, yo, I'm about to be a DJ. Like, I'm gonna open up for like my friends and stuff. So it'd be nice to like revisit that one day.
Oh yeah, it'd be great to see a Gabe DJ set before a Blackstarkids show or something. That'd be and I know you mentioned, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but I think it's Sam Gelatry.
Oh, Sam Gelatry.
Yeah. No, I've heard a few of his projects and they're all really cool. So I was wondering, there's like, I think like the beat on Love Stargirl and also that bonus track Gianni Versace, and like on a few other songs, there's like kind of a little bit of like electronic and like techno types of influence on your guys' songs. Like, is that something that Gabe is pushing for sometimes, or do you guys all have kind of a bit of an interest in that type of stuff?
The house influence in Blackstarkids, it comes from Gabe, but we're all into it. It's, like we're all with it, but yeah, it comes from her. That's like her side of the things, but it wasn't like she had to like, like, let's do it like it's like she showed us. So I'm like, let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love electronic music. No, you're good.
So yeah, do any of you guys have like solo music or other projects that you think you're going to be working on before the next Blackstarkids album, or do you think that'll be next? Yeah.
Nah, another Blackstarkids project is next for sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, do you think you'll? I mean, I know it's pretty tough to say right now, but do you think you'll end up like touring before you end up putting out another album?
Probably not,
Nah,
honestly.
Nah.
Yeah, it's probably just a way safer bet to just like be putting out the album first,
and then we'll probably tour that album for our first tour.
And then we're gonna have so many songs to be able to
choose from. It's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
I'm ready for a 2-hour Blackstarkids set.
I'm not. I'm not.
The water on deck.
Oh man.
Maybe you'll have to do two nights in a row, 2 nights in every city or something.
Kansas City for sure.
Yeah, that would be dope to do in Kansas City.
Oh my God.
Is there a Kansas City venue that you hope to play at some point? Like where do you hope you get to play next in Kansas City?
All of them.
All of them, honestly.
Like the Midland. That's what we were saying.
The T-Mobile Center.
But yeah.
Okay, Sprint Center.
I'm like, the what?
Yeah, it's the T-Mobile Center now.
Yeah, the Sprint Center.
Wow.
Eventually, the Sprint Center. and then but Uptown, all that. Yeah.
Truman would be type though.
Yeah.
Like a type pack show.
Starlight would be dope too.
Yeah.
Oh,
the
yeah.
outdoor stage.
Yeah, everything.
Oh yeah, I was like, I think no, it's funny because I remember Tyler the Creator played, like, I think his first local headlining show was the Midland.
Was out there.
But then he, on the next tour, I think after Flower Boy, he played the Truman, and then on the tour after that, he went back to the Midland. But I saw the Truman show after Flower Boy, and that was cool getting to see him in like kind of a more intimate venue like that.
Yeah, it was super fun. Like, it was, I wish we didn't have to wait outside in the cold for so damn long.
Yeah.
That was not fun, but that show itself was like really fun to see like that though.
Are there any like shows you guys have been to from the past like year or two that you've been like super excited about?
Igor.
Yeah. I
That
would say the
was
same.
great.
Igor. Yeah.
Astro World. Oh my God.
I didn't get to
that
see
was an
that.
experience,
I
dude.
didn't
Like
get to see that. That
Travis
sounds
Scott
crazy.
put on a show that night. I was like, yo, he went crazy.
Yeah.
No, yeah, the Igor tour. Like I was really like upset that I had to pick between that and the Injury Reserve show in Lawrence that night. But I feel pretty confident about having seen, like, that was like a couple times better than like any past like Tyler set I'd seen. So that was fun. I get like in some of the like promo material and like the stuff you guys have posted, you've referred to Whatever Man as a Black coming of age story. So I guess I wanted to know what your guys' favorite coming of age movies have been.
Mean Girls. Perks of Being a Wallflower.
I love to Bring It On.
Yeah.
Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yes, Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
16 Candles.
16 Candles.
Yeah, Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller. All of them, just be watching them. Like, I love them. Like, I love all of them. Not Clueless though, but
What do you have against Clueless?
It's weird. Like,
it is kind of weird.
He dated his sister, bro. That's weird. I mean, Paul Rudd, like we respect you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you from here.
Legend.
Yeah, we respect you, bro. But that was weird. That was real weird, bro. That was real weird. That's your sister. That's your little sister, bro. That's
Paul
weird.
Rudd's probably thinking the same thing.
I'm not judging you. You know what I'm saying? That was like your first big bag. Like, you have to do what you have to do, bro. But I'm just saying, don't do nothing like that again. Because we're not giving you another pass on that, bro. That was weird.
Yeah.
It's great. Hopefully you don't run into him at Joe's or Gates or something, and he's pressing you on that.
Yeah. Nah, bro, getting pressed by Paul Rudd would be so fire though. Like,
Whoa, dude.
He hop out like, "What you on?" I'm like, "Hey, I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke."
Now I just need like the Blackstarkids bonus track about getting into a fight with Paul Rudd. Now,
all right,
Gates. Gates.
Yeah, I think if I got my friends with me, we'd be good. We could probably take it. We could probably take them. You know,
that's good. Yeah, I think you can handle it.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I think that's most of what I had to talk about. Yeah, where can people listen to you guys? Where can they follow you guys? Let them know.
Blackstarkids on streaming, you know, one word, all caps.
Okay.
It is, don't space it out. Don't ever do that. That's so ugly. Stop doing that.
Yeah,
Black space star space kid. Stop doing that, bro. That's ugly. And then all caps or all lowercase, or, you know, that's cool. You know, go all lowercase or all caps. But pick one. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, but type it in, Blackstarkids, one word. And you'll find us on Twitter is Blackstarkids. We should come right up. And then on Instagram is Blackstarkids with a Z. On Facebook, there is a Facebook. That ain't us.
No, it's not.
I don't know. Yeah, it's not us. And what else?
We're on all the streaming.
All
so
streaming.
wherever you listen to music, we on there.
We on there. So go Yeah, check it out. Blackstarkids on YouTube, all that. So yeah, just go tap in, and you know, we doing something cool. We got some songs, we got some videos, we got all kind of different stuff, man. It's cool. You know, check it out. Like
Certainly. No, yeah, and people can follow at Shuttlecock Mag on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Shuttlecockmusic.com is the website. Shuttlecockmag.bigcartel.com is the web store. There are t-shirts, photo-zines, and buttons available. Subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen or to our YouTube channel. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being on the show. This was a lot of fun. I'm glad we finally got to it.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good to see you again, too.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you guys have a great rest of your evening.
You as well.
Bye.
Thank
Good
you.
talking.
Bye.